And we are live. And we are here to do a midweek roundup, combination of the Champions League and the Premier League fixtures that were played today, Wednesday, the 23rd of February. Yeah. Kind of, spur of the moment type live stream. Yeah. I was contemplating whether I should actually do it today or whether I should get it done in the morning. But I say, you know what, man? Let me get this thing done. Let me get this thing done right now while I have health and strength and I have time. Most importantly, time. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through the Champions League round of 16 first leg matches, the four that were played this week, the games that were played last week, and we're going to do so briefly, and then we're going to touch on the Premier League matches that were played today. So it won't be a super long live stream, but I just want to get these matches done, talk about them, and keep it moving. Big up to Kwani, Danielle, big up to Kyrie Jame, OBO Kick in the house. How are you doing? I've been sneezing tonight. I don't know what's going on though. You know what I mean? I was chilling, making some clips and, scheduling some videos to release tomorrow and things like that. A few clips. And, just preparing for this live stream a bit, watching some highlights and, laughing at Tottenham Hotspurs, of course. You know what I mean? Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be freaking kidding me, Tottenham. You're going to beat City, you know what I'm saying? You're going to put out a masterclass against City and go to Burnley and lose. Oh, man. That is funny. I found that really funny, but you got to give it to Burnley, though. Liverpool hit Leeds United for 6. Yeah. It's cricket over here, man. T20. Liverpool versus Leeds. 6. Fetch the ball from the stands. But anyways, man, let's get into this. Let's talk about these Champions League games. Not the most exciting games, I got to say, but we got to touch on them nevertheless. So let's take a look at these fixtures. And before we get into this week's matches, let's do a quick recap of what happened last week. Man City beat Sporting 5-0. That tie pretty much wrapped up unless something crazy happens. So City will definitely move on to the last 8. Let's see who they draw. PSG versus Real Madrid ain't over, but PSG hold the aces with that 1-0 lead courtesy of Kylian Mbappe's brilliance. Salzburg versus Bayern Munich ended 1-1. And Bayern, are the favorites here simply because they go at home at the Allianz Arena and they should fancy the chances of toppling Salzburg. But this one still, it could go anyway. Inter versus Liverpool is pretty much wrapped up, seeing that Liverpool's home form has been so good. I don't think they're going to go home and ship a 2-0 lead. It ain't going to happen. So you could put Liverpool into the quarterfinals. Then this week, we got Chelsea versus Lille. We're going to take a look at that one. Look, for Chelsea, Havertz in the 8th minute, Pulisic in the 63rd. It was a routine victory, man. It was indeed a routine victory. Let's just take a look at the information we got here. We're not going to let that play. No copyright here. Let's take a look at the lineups. Mendy in goal, Christensen, Thiago Silva, Rudiger's a 3-pronged defenders at the back. Aspilicueta, Alonso. Alonso has been pretty good in terms of his deliveries. And Kante, oh man, that assist for the Pulisic goal, brilliant. Kovacic, Ziyech, Havertz, and Pulisic started. Solid Chelsea team, solid, but they haven't been performing to their potential, in my opinion, despite them winning the Club World Cup lately and getting over the line in their last couple of games. But they could have done better, in my opinion. But wins are wins, you know what I mean? For Lille, spirited Lille, Jonathan Bamba, Jonathan David, Renato Sanchez. You have Andre Zeka, Onana, Not familiar with these guys like that, but I know Zeka, Greek man. I think he's a Greek international. I might be wrong. But Thiago Jallo looked a commanding figure on the field. Sven Botman, highly rated, highly sorted. Jose Font, 38 years old these days. Jackie Celik, he's a Turkish, definitely. Celik, I should say. And Leo Jardim in goal. So, look, 2-0. Havertz, 8-minute, Pulisic, 63rd, Kante with the assist. Most notably, we have to notice that Romelu Lukaku didn't start the game, nor did he come off the bench. 5 substitutes available, and Tuchel chose not to use Romelu Lukaku. Was there discussion on whether he would start the Carabao Cup final this Sunday? Or could we see Lukaku dropped from the Carabao Cup final as well, which would give us a clear indication that he would not feature in Chelsea's plans for next season? And it's sad because I expected big things of Romelu Lukaku. He was in great form for Inter, great form for Belgium, came over to Chelsea, second coming for huge money. And he is flopping right now, man. You know what I mean? Last game he played, he had like 7 touches. He's flopping right now. Let's just put it that way. Flopping big time. But look, Chelsea, I always fancied in this tie. It was basically a walk in the park. Lille, I think, didn't test Chelsea enough. Jonathan David didn't get enough service up top. And it was a pretty routine victory at Stamford Bridge for the defending champions, the world champions, Chelsea. So, look, not going to go too deep into this. I didn't watch the first half, but I did watch the second half of this. I was on the road, man. I was on the road, so it's pretty difficult. Pretty difficult to watch 2 games at the same time while you're on the road, you know. So, look, Chelsea fans, look, man, this game you expected to win. But, you know, teams could be banana peels. We know that. We know that. You know what I'm saying? But Pulisic, Captain America, they call him. We're not going to play that. Come on, why are you guys playing that, though? But U.S. scorers in the Champions League, Christian Pulisic leads the way. So, Christian Pulisic has 6 goals in the Champions League. Brilliant. DeMarcus Beasley got 4. Fabian Johnson of Gladbach with 2. Jermaine Jones, Weston McKennie, Jordan Sibichu, Tyler Adams, Sergino Des Maurice Edu, Jovan Kirovsky, and Sasha Kilston, however you say his name. So these guys are actually the USA goal scorers in the Champions League. So give it up to Christian Pulisic. Chelsea will move on to the next round, guys. You know what I mean? No way they're going to go to France and ship a 2-0 lead. It ain't happening. But, you know, you can't write off Lille. You can't write them off. They're the type of team that could make it happen, but they need to play out of their skins in that second leg. So, big up to each and everybody in the house right about now. Big up to you guys, man. Nice to see you in here. Giordano Cruz. That's a nice name. Pulisic, aka the LeBron James of soccer. We got Tristan O. Lukaku was bullied by Van Dijk in both games. Can't have him in the field. Big up to Pierre, who says, I am disappointed. Lille performance. Yeah, man. I expected them to actually put up a fight. They didn't. Big up to Damian Hustlin. Yeah, Pulisic did have a very, very good game. Dane Richards, how are you, man? Man United did what they could do in many games, took their chance. They couldn't do in many games, took their chances. So, yeah, man, you heard Russia has started invading Ukraine. Nah, I've been hearing it on the news, but I didn't know they actually went in and invaded, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man, crazy. Russia wilding, man. The crazy thing is, both the Russian football team and the Ukrainian football team got games next month. See what I'm saying? And how is this going to happen? You know what I mean? How is it going to happen? Are they going to have to disqualify Russia from qualifiers? Because they're wilding, man. They already got banned from the World Cup, you know. They can't use the name Russia at the World Cup if they qualify. Russia is wilding, man. Seriously. About to start the 3rd World War in 2022 here. So, yeah, man. Thanks for everybody who showed up today. Guys, make sure you smash up the thumbs up button. That's one match down. We got 3 more to go. Let's talk. Let us talk. Let's go back. And we're just going to go through these games, you know what I mean? Nothing too crazy to talk about in terms of these Champions League matches. Villareal, Juventus. Guys, when I spoke about this match, I did mention I don't know which way it's going to go. I didn't even make a prediction because I know for sure that Juventus are not at their best, you know, and Villareal are because they won the Europa League against Manchester United on penalties. Remember, it went down to the goalkeepers, and I think De Gea missed his penalty. And Villareal had United again. They managed to get out the group, and they face Juventus. And look, they would fancy their chances. Dusan Vlahovic on his Champions League debut. Ball down, great touch to get it out of the air, bring it down, and a very good shot. Awkward shot, but a good shot nevertheless. And the goal-scoring machine, Dusan Vlahovic, you know, continues to put him in the back of the net. So I think Juventus missed the trick not getting a second goal. If they had managed to get a second goal, it could have been a different outcome. But when you have guys like Morata, who's always, you know what I mean, missing chances and things like that, you know what I mean, this is going to happen to you. But you got to give it to Villareal for staying in the match and for fighting. And the way they scored is because players switched off, you know, Matthias de Ligt not holding on, you know, staying with his man. Adrian Rabiot as well, falling asleep. And I think that was Capui with the ball to Parejo. Brilliant, man. Absolutely exquisite ball, and Parejo did the rest. So 66-minute goal, and Villareal equalized, and, you know, they held their own for the remainder of the game. I don't remember every single thing that happened in the match, and I'm not going to go through each and every detail of what happened in this game. But I have to say, you know, I got this one spot on, man. I like what Villareal has been doing on the Unai Emery, and they got a solid team, man. Very, very solid team. Very solid, you know what I mean? Danjuma, you know, a player that was bought from Bournemouth in the championship. It's crazy how he stepped up to La Liga, and he's just been performing very, very well. Capui, you know, he got relegated with Watford, and he stepped up and he's playing Champions League, Europa League football, and he has been performing well, you know, a regular starter. Pau Torres, you know, highly rated. Geronimo Rui, former Man City player. Don't think he ever played for City, but he was sold to Villareal, and they were missing Gerard Moreno. They weren't even at full strength, you know what I mean? But these guys perform well. Juan Foyt, moving on from Tottenham, and his career has definitely blossomed. And look, man, look. Quality performance, man. Quality performance by Unai Emery's Villareal. I thought Unai Emery wanted to be in the Europa League, but apparently he wants to win the Champions League too. You know what I'm saying? But for Juventus, man, you know, hard luck to Weston McKennie. He had to go off injured. Pervis Estupinian's tackle took him out the game, and it looks like it's a serious injury. I haven't really looked up the extent of the injury, but, you know, if anybody knows the extent, I think they said it might be a fracture. So let's see how, you know, he does. But I don't think if it's a fracture, he'll recover in time to play for the USA, man. That could spell trouble for Team USA in the World Cup qualifiers next month. Locatelli and Rabiot in the midfield. These guys weren't good enough. And, you know, Juventus paid the price, giving up the lead, and they set up the second leg very nicely. So Juventus, of course, not at full strength, guys. You know, I was actually looking back at the Juventus team from 2010 because I was looking up Ben Mee. You know, Ben Mee scored a goal for Burnley, and Ben Mee, I'll get into Ben Mee a little bit later, but I ended up finding a Man City versus Juventus game in the Europa League back in 2010. Bonucci was on the bench and Chiellini was in the team, and I think those are the only two survivors from that game, and it's crazy. And none of them were there from the start. Bonucci did come into the game, but Chiellini, He has been dealing with some injuries. Federico Chiesa has been out injured as well. So you had Zachariah being involved later on in the game, Arthur as well, Luca Pellegrini, and to no real effect. No real effect. I think Bonucci came into the game very, very early. As you could see here, Weston McKennie wincing, and he knows, man. He's thinking about those World Cup qualifiers. Look, one player I would actually love to see in the Premier League or at Manchester City, Yeremy Pino, man. Yeremy Pino. But this Villareal team cannot take lightly. Boulaya Dia, fresh off the AFCON. Manu Trigueros, these guys are quality players. Pervis Estupinian doing really well with Ecuador these days. And Juventus pretty much humbled on the day. Pretty much humbled. Quality performance there by Unai Emery's men to get, that draw against Max Allegri's old ladies. So, big up to each and everybody in the house right about now. Carabao Cup final prediction. That's coming tomorrow. So, Dominic, do you ever check out the Blue Moon Forum? Not at all. I ain't got time. Not at all. I don't be on any forums at all. Droopy, how are you doing? I don't even be watching videos like that. So, much less to be on forums, man. You know what I mean? And most people don't. Most content creators don't be watching people's videos like that. You know what I'm saying? UCL final is being moved. Yeah, that has to be moved out of Russia for sure. That's not happening. Ain't happening in Russia at all. So, move that from Russia and maybe they'll give it to England. Wembley. Because most likely we'll see two English teams in the final, again. So, hopefully it's Manchester City. Hopefully. This time who? Liverpool versus City? God damn. What a final that would be. So, look, 1-1, not going to get too deep into this, but it's crazy that, Cuadrado is still playing at a very high level for Juventus, and, they just look weak. They look weak. Let's look at that team. That team looks weak. And I won't be surprised if they get knocked off in the second leg. Dybala, also a player that I failed to mention, is out with injury as well. So, we're going to keep it moving for sure. Let's go back. And we'll talk about the next game. What else we got here? We got Benfica Ajax. I watch highlights for these matches, so I didn't watch the whole games, of course, because I had to drop my wife to work, and it's difficult to be tethering the internet with my boy Liam and using 3 phones at the same time. It wouldn't work. And yeah. Plus, we have Premier League games today, so, I found myself watching the Premier League games and not paying attention to the Champions League live matches today. So, yeah, man, conflict of interest that I chose the Premier League today because these games are light, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to watch United play against Atletico Madrid today. Seriously, doesn't make any sense, I was entertained watching Liverpool beat up Leeds 6-0. So it was worth my while, my time. So in this game, Dusan Tadic in the 18th minute, very, very good goal by Tadic, man. Picked out and smashed into the net. Good goal. Dusan Tadic has been a revelation since he joined Ajax from Southampton a few seasons ago. And Benfica equalized to Sebastian Haller. Yeah, Haller, scoring at both ends there. And then he did score 3 minutes later. Scrappy goal. But I think Haller continues to be the top scorer in the Champions League this season. And it was an open game, end-to-end stuff. Benfica ultimately ended up with the most shots. I think they ended up getting close to 20 shots at goal. A lot of chances for Benfica. But, they weren't clinical enough in front of goal. And then the Yaremchuk goal. Yaremchuk came off the bench. He's Ukrainian, and when he scored, he did take off his shirt. I didn't see what he said on his shirt, because they didn't show it. But he definitely said something, sent a message on his shirt. When he took off his shirt, he planned it, man. And That was a good goal. Very good goal. I think that was a shot, and then there was a follow up after that, and he headed in into the back of the net. So 2-2. Benfica going to the second leg alive, and this tie could go anyway. I do fancy Ajax in the tie, but Benfica, they were quite determined, man. Jan Vertonghen, very determined, and to get that ball back for the Halle own goal and then the Yaremchuk goal. These guys were, very, very, eager to get back into the game. So Everton did Cebollina did look lively in the game. Darwin Nunez looked lively as well. Rafa Silva. Oh man, I'm surprised Rafa Silva is still at Benfica, but he was very, very lively in the match. And Nicolas Otamendi, former Man City player there. Vlachodimos in the goal. These guys all had a good game, and they pick up a draw. I fancied Ajax to win this one and cruise into the quarters, but it's wide open, man. Listen, I don't mind Benfica picking up the victory and City drawing Benfica in the next round. I won't even mind Ajax in the next round if they go through. I mean, Anthony also looked good in this game. Edson Alvarez, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it was all around. It was a very good game, open game of football, and we had 4 goals in the game. And let's see where this one goes. So we're definitely gonna keep it moving. Eric Ten Hag and Benfica do have a new manager in Nelson Verissimo. And you can see the 11 there. Alex Grimaldo. Look for him maybe on the move next summer. Gilberto. I don't know some of these players. Julian Weigl, he was supposed to be a next big thing from Germany. And he's here playing in the Portuguese league these days. Adel Tarapt. He's someone revived his career over at Benfica. And yeah. Berghaus looked good. Berghaus, Gravenberch as well. But one player that I was really, really impressed with for Ajax is Jurrien Timber, man. This guy was a live wire. I didn't even realize he was playing center back because he was up in the final third a lot. So look for him making a move. Look, Ajax just keep producing these quality players. Jurrien Timber, Divine Wrench. You have Ryan Gravenberch. And that's to follow up the likes of Van de Beek, De Jong, Frankie De Jong, and Matthias de Ligt. Just to name a few. Players that just came through the ranks there. David Neres as well, who actually went to play in Ukraine. He probably regretting moving over to Shakhtar, you know what I'm saying? So, Mazrui was actually bright. He will definitely move on in the summer as he has refused a new contract. So good. I think Benfica did well enough to get a point. And no disrespect to Benfica, but Ajax are the favorites to move on from this one. And last but not least, for the Champions League, Atletico Madrid won, Manchester United won. So yeah, I was just talking about Anthony Ilanga. And look, he pops up with the goal. João Felix with a brilliant goal, man. That was indeed a really, really good one. Spectacular goal, actually. And a good start. Griezmann did hit the post as well. I think there was another instance where I can't remember every single moment in the game, but I know that Atleti were the better team on the day. They were. They haven't been playing well in La Liga. Man United, they haven't been playing well in the Premier League either. They have been very, very inconsistent. But you also have to give them credit for coming back and getting that equalizer to stay in the title. So Ilanga, brilliant goal, teed up there and running behind, and he has been very clinical. Well, he's had opportunities where he didn't take his chances, like in the last game there in the Premier League, but the guy has been popping up with the goals, and I spoke about him coming to the, basically coming of age, and they had the Greenwood situation, the Mason Greenwood situation, Greenwood out, and Anthony Alanga there to just, take his opportunity. They say strike while the iron is hot, and as a youngster, you have to take your chances, man. He's been seeing a lot of game time, but he's a star in the making. You could see how confident he is when he scores, how he celebrates. You know what I mean? Could be a bit annoying, the celebrations, to be honest, but, it's when you score a goal, you celebrate, man. And multiple goals at that, because we have a lot of players who don't score enough goals, and you have Ilanga coming through and doing well. So, yeah, I was actually surprised to see Luis Suarez on a bench here. And if you go to the squad, he wasn't even used. You see what I'm saying? Atleti only used 2 subs in Griezmann and Lemar, and that was it. For United, they used all 5 of their subs. And you gotta give definitely gotta give Ragnick some credit here again, because yet again, you gotta say it's a Ragnick masterclass, because bringing Ilanga off the bench, super sub again. Came off the bench in the last game against Leeds. He scored. You see what I'm saying? And if you look at the lineup here, Lindelof played at right back. You see what I'm saying? So he's been experimenting, giving players opportunities, and it's paying dividends. Lately, it is paying dividends. So good draw, I guess. Good draw. Take the tie back to away goals don't count anymore, but take the tie back to Old Trafford, where they're not at their best. You know what I'm saying? They might just get embarrassed at home. But take the tie back to Old Trafford and give yourself the better chance of going through to the quarterfinal, where we could actually see 4. If we see 4 English teams in the quarterfinal, guys, we're going to have at least one matchup of English teams, right? And pretty sure Manchester City is going to be involved in one of those, because it's been happening quite often. You know what I'm saying? We've been failing in the Champions League, and it happens every time we meet a freaking English team. Okay? When we met Liverpool and they knocked us out, we met Tottenham, they knocked us out, and we met Chelsea in the freaking final, they beat us. This time around, we might just have a Manchester derby in the Champions League quarterfinal, and who knows? You know what I'm saying? Who knows what happened from there on? But look, didn't watch the game, so I can't really go deeper into this. But I did watch the highlights, and Atleti, I think, had a quality game. Kondogbia looked very, very bright. I don't know about this left back, Reinaldo. I was looking at him, I was like, is that shot for Renan Lodi? And then I saw Renan Lodi playing above him. I gotta say, Lodi is a left back I would actually love at Manchester City, though. Yeah? I'm always scouting, guys. It's nice to see Shimi Vasalico playing again. He's always injured. Former City man, Stefan Savic. Jimenez is a quality player. Marcos Llorente is a quality player. And you see Hector Herrera playing at a very, very high level still. Correa and Felix led the line. So 1-1, not the most exciting first legs, guys. I gotta say, 2-2, 1-1, 1-1, and Chelsea brushing Lille aside. So it wasn't the most exciting first leg this week. Last week, yeah, we got some good games. Actually, all the games last week were good. You know what I mean? The Liverpool Inter game, the Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid game was good. Salzburg, Bayern, and City Sporting was very good. So, yeah. These games this week was very dry, I gotta say. Big up to the boy Ryan LFC, man. How are you doing, Ryan? Nice to see you in here. Nice to see you in the house right about now, man. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Big up to Meat here, who says, let's drive up the likes, folks. Dominic, it's quite consistent, Let's give him a big up. Thank you very much for that, man. Thank you very much for that. Dane Richards, if Ronaldo turns up in the second leg, we'll win. Otherwise, we are screwed. Yeah, Ronaldo didn't really do much in that game. He goes very quiet in games, but, he got that quality where he could step up and score some spectacular goals. Big up to Abel in the house. How are you doing? Felix hit the post too about 12 minutes after scoring. Yeah. Not gonna remember every single moment of the match, guys. I have to write notes for that, and it takes a lot of time, man. If I had to prepare for what 4 Champions League games and 3 Premier League matches, yeah, it would have taken some time, guys. Believe me. And this is me going to work, coming home, taking the wife to work, and you know what I'm saying, doing some other things on the channel. And so please bear with me, man. You know what I mean? We don't have to go deep into everything. Most people don't even go deep into everything. You know what I mean? We're just talking results here. We just a chill stream. Media, I hope Ilanga doesn't go the way of Rashford, as in fizzle out in his 20s. Rashford still got some quality, in my opinion. Big up to Cashew Red in the house. Who else we got in here, man? Everybody in here, make sure you smash up the thumbs up button. Let's get the stream up to 100 likes. All right, so let's keep it moving, man. Let's keep it moving. We'll talk some Europa League tomorrow. You know what I mean? When I go live to do the Premier League match week 27 and the Carabao Cup final, which I'm going to work on tomorrow. I'm going to make sure I get that done tomorrow because we have a game on Friday. I don't want to do it on Friday when we have a game. You know, I want to talk about that game before it happens. So, yeah. So, tomorrow definitely Premier League match week 27. The preview is coming. Yeah. Big up to Mr. A, man. Thumbs up for your dedication. Indeed, man. You know what I'm saying? So, Ron in the house. How are you doing, Ron? My dream quarterfinal pick, City versus Bayern. Yeah, you want us to get knocked out, right? That's what I see. PSG versus Chelsea, Man U versus Juve, and LFC versus Ajax. It's not going to happen like that. It's going to be 2 Premier League teams joining each other. It ain't going to happen like that at all. So, we're going to switch focus, and you know we're going to talk Premier League right now. We're definitely going to talk Premier League. And, yeah, we are going to talk the matches that were played today. We had 3 games today, and let's have a laugh. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go over to this fixture right here. Results, and let's talk about this one first. Let's have a laugh. I just can't just laugh like that, but you know, ha 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 ha. That's what you get. I don't understand. I really don't understand, right? I don't get Spurs. I don't get them. Because you put out this performance against Manchester City, and then you come up against Burnley and you have nothing in the tank. The thing is, I did predict Spurs to beat Burnley 2-1, right? But I know it was going to be a different game because, all right, you're coming up against City. You could always use the strategy of, all right, sitting back, let City come to you. But you can't use that same strategy against Burnley because Burnley ain't going to come to you like that. You see what I'm saying? Burnley gonna let you come to them. And then use moments in the game when they have possession to come at you and put in that long ball, you know what I'm saying? They're a long ball specialist. And it was another long ball kind of delivery that was the undoing of Tottenham. Because that free kick by Brownhill, I've been actually calling for players like Brownhill and McNeil and them to step up. And Brownhill has definitely heard me. Scored a goal in the last game. And that was a brilliant free kick to meet the head of Ben Mee, a former Manchester City player who played once for City, did some research, and he featured in a cup game against West Brom. Did lose the game, and he never featured again, right? He moved on to, I think he played for Leicester, and he played for Burnley. He has almost 400 appearances for Burnley, right? Ben Mee, thank you very much, bro. As a former Manchester City player, you did it. You did it for City, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't understand. I cannot wrap my mind around how Spurs beat City, masterclass, and lose to Burnley in the freaking relegation zone. How you gonna knock off the top team? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. That is disgraceful. You should be embarrassed. And don't make me start bantering Spurs again. You know what I mean? I have started to show a lot of respect for Spurs since Conte came in, but they have now lost 4 games in the last 5 matches. That is absolutely ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Out of a possible 15 points, you only pick up 3? And you talking top 4? You ain't going to get no top 4 football play like that at all. You're not. They did have a lot of chances as well. A lot of chances. I think Kane hit the ball as well from a header. Kulusevski put one wide. They had a lot of chances, man. They could have actually won the game multiple goals to maybe 1. But I don't know. They give everything against Manchester City and had nothing to give against Burnley. In terms of quality, right? Not in terms of the performance. They went out there and they played, you know what I'm saying? Not like they laid down and got beaten. The quality, all of it done in the City game, because I don't understand how they were hitting everything. 6 shots at goal, 5 on target. How the hell? You know what I'm saying? And you come up against Burnley. Let me actually get the stats here. Let me get the stats for this game, and you guys will see exactly what happened here. Ben Mee, 12 shots at goal, 2 on target. You see what I'm saying? You had 65% of the ball. Burnley outshot you. More shots on target as well. Like, come on, man. And you know what? You know what I think the mistake may have been? They went in unchanged. They had that false sense of security going into this game. And Burnley, they sucker punched them. Cornet missing from the game because he's been injured. And we had James Tarkowski coming back in the team for the young Nathan Collins. So those are the few changes that Burnley made. But they've been picking up some very, very good results lately, man. You see, Connor Roberts has slotted in nicely at right back. And Aaron Lennon has been a really, really good addition to the team. You know, J. Rodriguez and Weghorst up top. Yo, Rodriguez had a chance to tap in. I don't know how he put it over, though. And luckily for him, it wasn't costly at all. So Burnley held on, man. Burnley held on. So I cannot believe. I'm still in absolute shock that Tottenham lost this game. You see what I'm saying? But they did a lot of damage on the weekend. I gotta say that. I'm still feeling the after effects of that loss. Seriously. But I have to blame Pep though, because when we actually got the equalizer, Pep should have said, "Shut up shop." Simple. Shut up shop. I don't want to hear you guys say, no, do not venture forward. Shut up shop. Waste the time if you have to. And do not get embarrassed by Spurs here. And we did. We made that happen. And this is the beauty of the Premier League, right? This is indeed the beauty of the Premier League. You lose to Spurs, and then the same team that beat the top team went on to lose to the team in the relegation zone. So I like to just give it up to Sean Dyche and Burnley. Look, this is a fat L for Conte and Tottenham. And I could see a lot. Look, it's a clear indication that for Tottenham, we could see a lot more L's, especially against the teams that we expect them to beat. I think they probably underestimated Burnley. They should have freshened up things a bit, and they should have took a different approach to the game. So, look, one thing I want to touch on, right? One thing I want to touch on for this, for Burnley, right? Right about now, Burnley are 18th. Let me pull up the Premier League table for you guys so you guys could see exactly what's going on here, right? Burnley are now 18th with 20 points, and they still have games in hand. We are going into match week 27. they have 23 games, right? They got games in hand. They're picking up these wins. That is now 2 wins in their last 3 games. They only got 3 wins all season. So they are in form. They are in form. If we take a look at this thing right now, Burnley got 1 loss in their last 5 games, right? These are their last 5 games. 1-0 versus Tottenham, 3-0 versus Brighton. I did not expect them to win back-to-back games. They did lose narrowly to Liverpool, a 0-0, but picked up a draw, a 1-1 draw against United, a 0-0 draw against Watford, a 0-0 draw against Arsenal, and, those are some quality results. Let's start with those results from the January 23rd fixture with Arsenal. So since then, they've played 6 matches and only lost once, winning 2 and drawing 3. So that's what? 9 points. 9 points out of a possible 18. Not bad at all. Not bad if you're in the relegation zone and the teams around you are not doing well in terms of Watford and Norwich. So they're now 2 points behind Everton, 2 points behind Newcastle, 3 points behind Leeds, 4 points behind Brentford with games in hand. Guys, Burnley might just be surviving, man. You know what I mean? Look, it's a team that I say if they do get relegated, I actually don't care, to be honest. But they might just be surviving. Look, it's not looking good for Everton. It ain't looking good for Leeds. Newcastle are on the up. And when we thought that Brentford were going to be safe, guys, it could just be Brentford. You see what I'm saying? Because Brentford, they have absolutely no experience in the Premier League in terms of trying to survive and things like that. Most of the players probably never been in that type of situation. Leeds, we know, could scrap it out. Everton could scrap it out. Newcastle, Burnley. It could be Brentford dragged back in there. And the 3 teams that got promoted last season could be the teams going down. But look, let's scroll up and talk about Tottenham. Let's talk about these bums, man. Sorry to call you bubs. But look, 1 win in the last 5 matches. 4 L's. It ain't good enough. And that 1 win is probably the best game you probably played all season against City. Not attractive in terms of possession, but just the way they executed things, right? Harry Kane not able to follow up the performance against City. Son, Kulusevski, none of them, man. None of them, you know what I mean? Dyer, Romero, Sessegnon, none of them were able to follow up the performance. Lloris, none of them. They lost the game. And it's an unacceptable loss, in my opinion. You had an opportunity to start picking up momentum again after beating City, beat Burnley, and then you keep it going, you know what I mean? But now you find yourself 8th. You're still in the top 4 race, though. You know what I mean? They're still in the race simply because United only are 6 points ahead and Tottenham got 2 games in hand. So technically, they're still in the race. But, it's going to be difficult to predict wins for Tottenham going forward. I just want to put it there. So, look, in terms of Burnley, their next game is against Palace. They got Leicester. They got Chelsea, who they got a point off already. They got Brentford. They're going to scrap it out and they might just survive. You see what I'm saying? The last game of the season is against Newcastle. Who knows? That might be a game for survival. So, all the best to Burnley. I really like what they're doing in their last 6 games or so. And let's see if they'll continue to get those results. As for Spurs, as for Tottenham, their next game will be against Leeds United. And that's a team that's struggling right now. And you never know, man. This is the Premier League. It's so unpredictable. Middlesbrough in the FA Cup. They do have Everton and Manchester United in their next 4 matches here. So, big up to each and every person in the house. Guys, make sure you smash up the thumbs up button. Big up to Owen Dilworth, who says quadruple incoming starting Sunday. You never walk alone. Big up to Nazen. Russia attacked Ukraine. Wow. Adam says, please sit up and talk. You don't sound good leaning back. I'm actually pretty, I'm kind of congested right now, to be honest. because I was sneezing early. I don't know, if it's because spring season is coming around pretty soon. So, and also I have a little baby in my lap sleeping. So that is why I'm kind of laying back. If you guys don't know, some of you guys who hardly been around here, I never seen Adam before, but I'm a bit snuffy, so that's why. You know what I'm saying? That is why. That is why. So Emmanuel trolling, saying congratulations to City for winning the league in January. We are just warming up to to win the real league in May. All right. I like your confidence, man. I like your confidence. Val, you in the house. How are you doing? Nice to see you. And Nassim. I know he sounds like a squealing duck. You know what I mean? You guys need to chill, man. You guys need to chill. And my voice got a little high pitched there. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, guys. You know what I mean? I've been up all day, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying. Oh, my God. Listen, man. Listen. Adam says you're forgiven. Thank you. So, all right, I'll try to bring out the bass in my voice. All right, I'll try to bring out the bass and stop with the squeakiness. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm excited to talk football with you guys. Come on, you never consider that? So, look, man, good win for Burnley. Got to give it to Burnley, man. I'm happy. I'm happy for Burnley. Simply because of the loss there against Spurs over the weekend. So, very happy. Because these guys celebrated like they had just won the Champions League. Good for you, man. Good for you. You put out everything against City and had nothing against Burnley, man. Good for you. So, look, as I mentioned, just to wrap things up, Josh Brownhill has definitely stepped up lately. That's his first assist to go with his first goal of the season. And Ben Mee, with his third goal of the season, a former Manchester City man, doing us a favor. Thank you. Thank you. Do appreciate it. So, look, we're going to move on. Definitely going to move on to the next game. And this one, I'm not going to spend super long on this because I got to wrap this thing up because, I got to go pick up my wife after this, So, it's not like I'm not... Look, guys, I wish I had all the time in the world to go live after every game and do watch-alongs and... I do want to have the time, but I've been extremely busy, guys. Look, Watford, Crystal Palace. I think I did predict a Watford win. I might have predicted a Watford win. Can't remember, but I surely did not predict Crystal Palace to beat Watford 4-1. So scrappy goal by Mateta in the 15th minute. Musa Sissoko with the header in the 18th. And after that, the wheels fell off for Watford, man. They did have an opportunity right after that when Dennis headed the ball over, loopy header over. And they didn't really get a lot of opportunities after that. But it was Crystal Palace all over Watford. Conor Gallagher in the goals again, back again after missing the game against his parent club, Chelsea. He has done so well that I think Chelsea already plan to have him in their midfield next season, and he has gone ahead of Billy Gilmour, I have to say. His progression has definitely gone ahead of Billy Gilmour, and we could see a situation where Gilmour could be sold or sent back out on another loan, and Conor Gallagher could go back and start his Chelsea career like Mason Mount and guys like Reece James, right, who were out on loan, came back and, doing pretty well. The second half, look, man, Will Zaha, he was my player to watch for the preview, right? And I mentioned that he needs to step up because he had opportunities in the last game and didn't take them. 2 goals within the span of 5 minutes. Brilliant goals, man. Clinical in front of goal, especially the second one. And you could see by the way he's celebrating. And when I saw him celebrating, and I'm looking at Crystal Palace, and I'm like, Palace have some quality in their team. They have some really quality players in their team. And Zaha, definitely is the leader there. And it's crazy when you have a player like Zaha at a Crystal Palace. who could play. I think Zaha could play at any one of these top teams. You know what I mean? But he has that attitude problem, and he's always in your face. So who knows? That could be probably what's hindering him from making the step up. He was a former Manchester United player, of course. It didn't work out there, but ever since he went to Crystal Palace, he's made Crystal Palace his own, I gotta say. And he'll probably just finish out his career there. Or you never know. You never know what the future holds. But Mitchell with the assist for the Conor Gallagher goal. Jordan Ayew in the 85th minute there for Zaha. And James MacArthur, who's now coming back from injury and did start the last game but came off the bench for this one. Look, Palace needed this win big time. They were going through a slump and they needed a win. A draw would have been good for them, seeing that, it would have stopped the bleeding a bit. But a win is, of course, a lot better. They jump up to 11th, and that's their only win in their last 5 games, and they go up to 29 points with 11 needed to survive, right? Look, you move from 26 to 29 points. You're moving away from the likes of Brentford and Leeds, Everton and Newcastle. You see what I'm saying? So that's how important that win was for Crystal Palace. They needed it. The last time Crystal Palace actually won a Premier League game, you got to go back a bit, man. You got to go all the way back to, you got to go back to December 28 when they beat Norwich 3-0. So that's actually their first Premier League win in 2022. So congratulations to Crystal Palace, man. Big round of applause for that win. But yeah, Vieira, man, big up to Vieira, you know what I mean? Representing the Africans, you know what I'm saying? As the head coach there. And former Premier League legend as well. Also, when I was looking back at the game where Ben Mee featured for Manchester City, the only game, Patrick Vieira was actually in the midfield. So, yeah. I think Ben Mee was on the bench and Patrick Vieira was in the midfield for that Europa League game against Juventus. So, yeah, man. And let me just mention for those of you guys who don't know, I met Patrick Vieira before when he was the manager of NYCFC. I met him on a plane going down to, where were we going? We were going to, I think, was it Tampa? I think Tampa, yeah. We were going to Tampa to catch a cruise. That same cruise, I think my boy Liam probably got, conceived. And that happened after I touched Vieira's hand, you know what I'm saying? The Midas touch. So, probably needs to stay away from Vieira, you know what I mean? Because these kids, man. These kids are hard to take care of, guys. Don't have kids. Don't have any. Look, big up to Value, man. Thank you very much. $7.99 super chat. If we buy Dom a drink once in a while for the great job he's doing, it might help his voice. Oh, man. I love your logic, man. I love your logic. Big up to Value. And, guys, definitely, buy me a drink. Buy me a drink. I do love to drink a beer or two, or take a shot or two of some, Hennessy. I love to drink Hennessy on the rocks, you know what I'm saying? But right now, I'm only drinking water. Let me take a sip of the water. Guys, make sure you smash up the thumbs up button. I'm not actually monitoring the stream right now, so I don't really know how many likes we got. How many likes we got on the stream, guys? How many likes we got on the stream? So, quality performance by Crystal Palace, man. Indeed. But for Watford, let's go back. Let's go back to the Premier League table, guys. Let's go back to the table and take a look at what's going on here, man. Let's take a look at the table. Watford are in trouble. Musa Sissoko did score. That's a rare goal, and it's to no avail. But Watford are 19th right now. Roy Hodgson, came in and made them look a little bit better, but this is not typical of a Roy Hodgson team conceding 4 at all. And that messed up their goal difference. So a minus 22, they had a better goal difference than Newcastle. And You know, it was probably close to Brentford, but it messed up their goal difference big time where it could come down to goal difference at the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? They do have 18 points. They're coming off of a win. And it was probably unrealistic to think that Watford were going to win back-to-back games, even though they came into the match with a very, very good record against Crystal Palace at Vicarage Road. So, look, it was a London derby too, guys. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we forget these smaller derbies. So, look, Watford, 18th, 19th, pardon me. They have sacked 2 managers already this season. So if they do get relegated, to be honest, guys, most of us won't care whatsoever. We would actually say they deserve it. We would actually help to put the nail in their coffin as well, because they're just a team that they just have no respect for managers. You see what I mean? When you have City and Liverpool with managers since 2015 and 16, right? 7 and 6 years, respectively. And now you got managers being here for months for Watford. Like, come on, man. Come on. You're making a mockery of the thing. So, for them, is it going to get easier for Watford, guys? The next game is against Manchester United at Old Trafford. The odds are stacked up against them. They did manage to smash Man United to bits and pieces earlier this season with a 4-2 win. That was the best performance this season. And then they do have Arsenal, Wolves. Yeah, these guys are getting relegated, man. These dudes might just get relegated. Look, you have 18 points, which means you need 22. Excuse me. Where they're going to get 22 points from, guys? Please explain to me where a Watford going to get 22 points from. Right? They got United, Arsenal, Wolves. Southampton are in great form. Potential 6-point against Everton. You got Liverpool, maybe a 6-point against Leeds, 6-point against Brentford. You got Man City, Burnley, maybe that's a 6-pointer. There's quite a few 6-pointers, but they got to win them. You see what I'm saying? They have to win 7 games. Or they got to win at least 5 and draw about 5 to get even close. And that means Watford going unbeaten in their last 13 games, or only losing 3 of their last 13, guys. Watford are getting relegated. You know what I'm saying? Let's just cut to the chase. Watford are getting relegated. The form which they've shown, they're getting relegated. The sacking of the managers, the lack of continuity, they getting relegated. They don't have the quality as well. They getting relegated. And I won't care either. You see? So, yeah. As for Palace, you know they're going to be a mid-table side, and they could try to get Europa League or Europa Conference League spot, but I don't think that's going to happen just yet for them. You know what I mean? They need maybe another transfer window. Vieira bring in a few more players, and let's see what they do next season. They will play Burnley next. That'll be an interesting game. Stoke in the FA Cup, Wolves, and you got City coming up on March 14th, a team they beat already this season. So, you know what I mean? Crystal Palace, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be all right. You know, so big up to everybody in the house. We got over 200 people in here right about now. Big up to all the Liverpool fans, the City fans, each and every one of y'all in here right now. Big up to Nick Cannon in the house. You know what I mean? Thanks for Spurs, huh? But yeah, thanks to Burnley for smashing them today. You know what I'm saying? So we got Angel 1968 Abel. Big up to you. No UCL in Russia now. Nah, that's not going to happen now. And yeah, Spurs, a.k.a. the Robin Hood, steal from the rich. Yeah, bro. Watch your language, bro. Watch your language. I'm not even going to. Man City, okay for you. Do not disrespect the team. You know what I'm saying? Don't disrespect the team. You know what I mean? But yeah, great point. We kind of messed it up with that though. Come on, show some goddamn respect. Guys, smash up the thumbs up button for the live stream. Let's get the stream up to 100, okay? Come on, you could do better than that. So we've been live for the hour right now. And before we get into the Liverpool match, let me make sure my wife didn't hit me up. All right, she didn't. And we got some time here. We got some time. We got some time, no rush, no pressure whatsoever. Let's click results. Before we do get into the Liverpool game, we have Arsenal Wolves tomorrow, guys. So look for that one. Also, there's Europa League matches and Europa Conference League round of 16 playoffs as well. So Leicester City will be involved, playing Randers after beating them 4-1. So let's get into this game. This is a game I actually watched. I know people are going to have something to say about what I have to say right now, but I did watch this game instead of the Champions League today, simply because I'm keeping a close eye on Liverpool as usual, because the title race is hot again. If there was no title race, I would have watched the highlights. I swear. I would have watched the Champions League, and I want to pay this game no mind because it would have been pretty insignificant. But it is significant because Liverpool played a T20 international. They played cricket. They hit them for 6. And their goal difference are now looking a lot better than Man City's goal difference, right? We're talking about Liverpool having a plus 50 goal difference, City a plus 46. That's some ridiculous numbers for those two teams, right? Ridiculous. Two best teams in the land right now, along with Chelsea. Let's give Chelsea a little bit of credit. They're right there and about. They if they win their next game, they'll be seven points behind Liverpool. So, and they do play Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final as well. So let's see what they got. If they're gonna say what's up this season. Last season, yeah, they won the Champions League. Yeah, okay. This season they won the Club World Cup, but come on, man. Still they won it, but still. And let's see what they do. But Liverpool smashing Leeds United for 6. Leeds started brightly. That whole Daniel James incident, him almost, stealing the ball away from Alisson, and then Alisson recovering a bit. Dan James slipping. If Dan James didn't slip, who knows? It could have been a penalty, but he slipped and it wasn't, costly in the end. Then after that, it was a bit of end-to-end play. Liverpool, Leeds, and Leeds didn't take the few opportunities and a few look-ins that they had early on in the game, and then that handball. Very unfortunate handball there. Robertson with the cross. Mo Salah, ended up taking a penalty, but Stuart Dallas, who was playing right back, he couldn't get himself out of the way, hands the ball, penalty given, right? Soft penalty, but penalty nevertheless. Salah stepped up, sent the goalkeeper Melier the wrong way. And the Joel Matip goal, goddamn. Joel Matip, he has definitely been teasing that goal for some time. He's been venturing forward on in open play, not just on set pieces, but in open play. And he got a goal he deserved, man, because he has been definitely making some very good runs. So that was Salah setting up Joel Matip, a give and go by between the two players, and great finish by Joel Matip, a striker's finish, I have to say. Liverpool 2-0 up. And look, if you go back and you watch the preview, I give Leeds 0 chance, a 0% chance of beating Liverpool in this game. And look at the scoreline. 6-0. 6. You see what I'm saying? Liverpool did get a third in the first half with Salah. Mane being taken down by Luke Ayling. Lucky not to get a red card for that one. And Salah stepping up to complete a brace. Penalty sent, in the same direction. Melier unable to stop it. 3-0. Leeds pretty much done. That was pretty much it. That was it. Once they got 3-0, 2-0, yeah, they're still in the game, but 3-0, it's a wrap. And being 3-0 up, Klopp probably told the guys, hey man, go out there, do your thing, score more, get that goal difference up. And when you thought, who knows, maybe he makes some changes, take off Salah Mane, He didn't. Luis Diaz was bright in the game. Liverpool had their chances. They didn't take all their chances, but 6 is a lot, man. You see what I'm saying? 6 is a lot. In terms of overall shots, 23. 23 to Leeds 3. You see what I'm saying? So Leeds were out the game, man. It was a poor performance. It was like under 14s playing against Liverpool. First team, and they just got pushed over and pushed around and bullied on the day, man. You know what I'm saying? So it was a routine performance. For most of the second half, Liverpool, bossed the game without really scoring. And then towards the end of the game, there was a flurry of goals. When you thought that, okay, Liverpool were just going to see out the game 3-0, boring second half, we had some entertainment at the back end there. Sadio Mane with a tap in, and then Mane, they set up there with the Divock Origi shot that ricocheted to Mane, and he put it in. And that Van Dijk header, Jesus Christ, man, that was thunderous. That was thunderous, man. Andy Robertson with the assist. Jordan Henderson with the assist for that Mane goal, that square as well. So some really attractive stuff here by Liverpool, though. Some really freaking attractive goals, I gotta say. Very, very attractive, man. You know what I mean? And they hit Leeds for 6. No reply. They had no clue how to combat what Liverpool were actually giving them. And I feel bad for this Leeds team, because I think with a Calvin Phillips, a Liam Cooper, Patrick Bamford in the team, you don't hit them for 6, you know what I mean, without at least conceding 3, you know what I mean? So it's just sad. They're in a relegation scrap right now, but I think they're a team that could actually wiggle out of that. They'll pick up the odd win, the odd draw here and there, you know what I mean? But for the most part, I think they need to have a plan sometimes. So I find that they play without a plan on many occasions. And you see, when they got 2-0 down in the game, they didn't have anything to reply. They didn't have no reply to Liverpool. This was a training match. This was a practice game. This was a practice game. This makeup fixture was a practice game. Hence the reason why I add on 3 points even before Liverpool played this game, because it was always going to be a win, man. Even though Leeds did, since they got promoted, I think they got a draw against Liverpool last season. It was never going to be anything but a Liverpool win here. It wasn't. Mane, Salah, they're in previous form right now. The whole team's playing well. And as a City fan, should I be worried about Liverpool? Should I? It's up to City. But I should be worried. I should. What am I supposed to act like I shouldn't be worried? We made this happen. If we had won the game against Southampton and won the game against Spurs, yeah, it would have been an 8-point gap. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You see what I mean? But now it's a 3-point gap with this win. 3 points. 3 points. That's very, very close. City drop points, Liverpool pick up 3, and that's it. You see what I'm saying? Back in the lead. And who knows, if they get back in the lead, it might be, were Liverpool ever in the lead this season? I think it was Chelsea for the most part, and then City. But if Liverpool get in the lead, who knows, it might be hard to stop them. Because the team's clicking at the right time. Luis Diaz is playing well. Henderson's playing well. Thiago's playing well. Salah, Mane, Jota, even though he's injured. You know what Firmino's capable of doing. Van Dijk is getting back to his very best. Matip's been playing well. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robertson has been playing well. So the team is oiled up and ready to go. They're ready to fight on all fronts. Quadruple. Quadruple is a possibility. We're going to find out Sunday if they win the League Cup. They're in the FA Cup. They're in the Champions League in the driver's seat against Inter. And they're damn sure in the Premier League. City and Liverpool are the best teams in the Premier League right now, without a doubt. They just set a high standard for the other teams to follow, and it's very hard. It's very hard to keep up with these teams, man. The consistency and everything. And when you look at the players and the hunger, it's just unrelenting for both the teams. I think Liverpool's squad could be a bit improved, in my opinion. Maybe you don't think so. But for City, the squad is damn good. I just think we get, we get outplayed at times, even though we dominate games, but we get outplayed and we lose the same way all the time. You see what I'm saying? And Liverpool lose similar to the way City lose to. The teams are so similar, it's scary. They're so good, it's scary. Both managers, Pep and Klopp, the rivalry that's going on right now, it's scary, man. They're just so good. The teams are just so good, But let's see who lift the Premier League title at the end of the season. Let's see if one of these teams could go on to win the Champions League. Liverpool or Chelsea for the League Cup. Let's see who wins the FA Cup, though. But the Premier League is indeed the best league in the world, without a doubt, man. Look at that. You have Spurs beating City and then Burnley beating Spurs, right? Come on, man. You don't see that happening a lot. You see it rarely. You see it happening sometimes, but the results are so unpredictable. So unpredictable, man. But look, walk in the park for Liverpool. I ain't going to talk much more about this match. You know what I'm saying? And they get closer to City. 3 points now behind Manchester City. Look, as a Man City fan, I have to say, I'm happy that we are ahead right now. We're still ahead. You know what I'm saying? It's up to us now to pick up the wins and keep ahead of Liverpool, stay ahead. And, hope. Yeah, your boy Dom using the word hope. Oh my God. And hope they drop points. But yeah, man. Yeah, so big up to everybody in here, man. Chelsea Perspective, how are you feeling? Nice to see you. Flames 27. What are your thoughts on Russia-Ukraine situation? This situation has been, building up for quite some time, you know what I mean? It has been building up. But I haven't really been paying attention to it, though. I really haven't. I haven't been paying attention to it, to be honest. I tried to keep away from the negativity, you know what I'm saying? But I got to take a look at what's going on for real, though, because it's getting serious. It is getting serious. I know a few Ukrainian guys from my job. There's actually one Ukrainian dude I work with that we don't get along. I haven't really spoken to him since 2018. You know what I mean? I just stay away from him. He's dangerous, man. He's very, very dangerous, I'm telling you. He almost got me fired, so I don't really care too much about him. But for the country Ukraine, that doesn't have anything to do with Ukraine. But it's a touchy subject, man. It's a touchy subject. Russia never really wanted to let go of Ukraine. They got a lot of interest there, and seems like they're going to get their girl Ukraine, So May D is like, I'm still happy because we're still 3 points ahead. Haha. Next week D will say, I'm happy that we draw with Liverpool. The week. No, listen. We beat Everton. And Liverpool may go on to win the Carabao Cup. And then, we're going to take care of Sporting. And we're going to keep picking up these wins. I think the league could be decided by the match between Liverpool and Manchester City at the Etihad. That could be the league decided. It'll be crazy, though. It'll be crazy. But I have to say this right now, right? I have to say this right now. I do see a situation where Liverpool could win the league. I do see it happening. You know what I'm saying? I do see a situation where it could happen. It's Man City's to lose. Let's just put it that way. It is Manchester City's to lose. And if Liverpool go on to win this title, it would be a great title win. It would be a great title win. You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of glad, to be honest, that we are not running away with the league. I would want us to win the league, of course, but it was getting a bit boring, man. Seriously. It was getting a little bit boring. On the content creation side, a little bit boring. You talk about City every week. We winning. We haven't lost since freaking October. You know what I'm saying? It gets boring after a while. You know what I mean? The interest disappears. Nobody want to hear what I got to say. But now, look, I have 200 plus people in here. How often do you see that happen? When City are winning. People don't care because they're depressed. You know? This loss against Spurs and the draw against Southampton, it's given people hope. It has definitely inspired a whole generation of football fans to come out in their numbers and support the content creators. Again, you see what I mean? Are you going to beat United? Oh, come on, guys. We're going to talk about United. United are the easiest team to beat. Easiest. You see what I'm saying? Easy. Liverpool and City walked over Manchester United this season. Come on. Watford. How many people beat United? How many teams beat up United? United are not a problem. But, you know, that could be a banana peel too. You know what I'm saying? So, look. Let's take a look at the table here. City, 63 points. Liverpool, 60 points. Look at the goal difference. Plus 50, plus 46. Liverpool with 70 goals scored. Manchester City with 63 goals scored. City with the best defense. And I think indeed the best defense. Wolves and Chelsea are right behind. Liverpool are there and about as well. Surprise! Burnley are one of the teams with a better defense too. You know, because if you check Burnley's defense, they're not bad. It ain't bad at all. Burnley's defense not bad. Think about it. That's crazy, right? 29 goal ship. Look at the teams around them. Look at everybody else. Brighton and Burnley. Look at everybody else. Wolves. Burnley got a better defense than United and West Ham, which is nuts when you think about it. But yeah, in terms of Liverpool, dominant performance against Leeds, deserved win. And the next game is the EFL Cup final against Chelsea. Or Liverpool gonna handle the business. The fans are excited about the Carabao Cup. I don't know why. Because every time Manchester City won it for the last couple of years, you talked a lot of shit about the trophy. You see what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, you're in the final and you won it. Very, very hypocritical if you ask me. You see what I mean? Chelsea, I don't think they talked a lot of smack about it. They would want to win anything. You see what I mean? Chelsea are a team that would take anything, any kind of trophy. Even a preseason trophy they'll brag about. But for Liverpool, we don't care about no EFL Cup. Send out the youth. Send out the youth team, man. Forget about that. Yeah, now you want it, huh? Then, look, I did mention that Liverpool's next 5 games are going to be big games, right? The one against Leeds, the Chelsea game in the EFL Cup, the 5th round FA Cup against Norwich, the game against West Ham where they look to get their revenge after losing 3-2 to West Ham at the London Stadium, and the return fixture against Inter in the Champions League, right? And then after those games are out of the way, they're going to have Champions League to play again, right? But then there's going to be Brighton, Arsenal, Manchester United, Watford, Man City, Aston Villa, Everton, Newcastle, Tottenham. Still a lot of games to go. Southampton and Wolves. Which one of these teams are going to take points off Liverpool? You see what I'm saying? Could Liverpool go unbeaten for the rest of the season, win the title? It's quite possible. You see what I mean? Could both Manchester City and Liverpool just continue to win every single game, and the game between the two teams end in a draw, and we see City win the league by maybe 2 points or so? Who knows? Goal difference? Who knows? You know what I mean? If it comes down to goal difference, it could be Liverpool, man. Because if we go back to the season where Manchester City won by a point, you got to go back to the 2018-19 season. City did get the better goal difference, 72. It's ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Listen, guys. Are you hearing me? Manchester City and Liverpool are absolutely out of this world when you think about it over the last 5 years, you know. Because that season was one of the most epic seasons ever. 98 and 97 points. The third team, Chelsea, 72 points. 72 goal difference for City, 67 for Liverpool, Chelsea, 24, Tottenham, 28, Arsenal, 22. United placed 6 that season. Like, come on, this is absolutely high standards. Man City has been performing at high standards for years. I know the money is there and, you know, the investment and everything. I know. But it's what you do with your money and your investment. Just remember that. Got to give credit to what City's done. Right? The goal difference every year has just been high. Crazy amount of goals scored. Crazy amount of, you know what I mean, points picked up. Very, you know, small amount of losses. It's just ridiculous, man. You know what I mean? It is just ridiculous. And even the season, right, where City, it is crazy, right? It's crazy that Liverpool won the title in the 2019-20, right, by 18 points. And Manchester City still scored 100 goals that season. Still scored 100 goals. Ridiculous. Still had the best goal difference. Still had the second best defense. You know, it's been Liverpool and City every year dominating the goals and the goal difference and just dominating. United last season, you know they came in second. Liverpool kind of, you know, crept up late, still ended up getting third, but it wasn't their best season, and they look to bounce back. And we got a title race on our hands. Guys. We indeed got a title race on our hands. As for Leeds, right? Just to touch on Leeds really quick, guys. Let's just scroll down towards the bottom of the table here. They're in 15th. They got 23 points, right? And for Leeds United, 15th right now. We get to the current season, and the games coming up are against Tottenham, Leicester, Aston Villa, Norwich, Wolves. There's some tough games, but there's some winnable games in there as well, right? They got to play Brighton. They got to play Brentford. They got to play Crystal Palace. They got to play Watford. They play Southampton, Norwich. These are teams that they could beat. Aston Villa, Leicester. These are teams that they could beat. And the fact that they got 23 points right now, you would believe that in 13 games that Leeds could get 17 points or so, right? But the crazy thing is, so many teams are in this relegation scrap right now. So many teams are struggling right now. You talk Leicester, Aston Villa, Brentford, Leeds, Everton, Newcastle, Burnley, Watford, Norwich are all struggling, where there's a 10-point gap between 12th and last. Anything could happen, man. Anything could happen. And the season is shaping up very, very nicely. And that is why I said I'm actually kind of happy in a weird way that we lost to Spurs, so that we don't have a boring season. You see? I can't be selfish and want to run away with the title every single year. That's boring, man. Let's leave that for FIFA career mode or something. You know what I'm saying? Where even that would be boring. Big up to the boy Qatar. Qatar, I haven't heard from you in a while, man. What's going on? What's going on, bro? What is up? What is up, man? What is up? Football Connect. It's 2022, Dom. We want the cup now. Okay. But big up to everybody. We've been live for hour 24 minutes. Make sure you smash up the thumbs up button. Guys, I'm about to head and go pick up the wife, man. You know what I mean? You know, so let me see if she actually messaged me. She didn't. But I'm gonna go pick her up though. I'm gonna go pick her up. She been spending a lot of money on Ubers, so don't want to spend 20 something more dollars on Uber. You know what I mean? That could help towards a bill. Big up to Alan Martin in the house who says competition is strong. Liverpool and City, and we're coming for the title, but it's a big ass going to City. Both teams have it in their own hands now. Let's rock, bro. Yeah, it's gonna be a very good one. It's gonna be a very, very good one, man. It's gonna be a very good watch for the rest of the season, and I love it. I absolutely love it. If we end up coming in second, I'll take it. I'll take it because you know why? We had a worthy opponent, and if we drop the title from here on, we freaking deserve it. I'm gonna keep it real, man. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not gonna stay here and sound all freaking salty and everything. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm definitely gonna keep it real. So look, guys, I'm about to get out of here, man. I've had a long day. I'll have to go live again tomorrow. We'll talk some more about this tomorrow. Appreciate everybody who tuned in. We'll talk Europa League, Conference League, Carabao Cup final, and match week 27 of the English Premier League season tomorrow, okay? Which means I got a lot of preparation to do, and I want you guys to prepare as well for the stream. It's going to be 8:45 p.m. New York time. I live in New York City, guys, and for the people over in Europe, it's going to be late. If you're in Africa, it might be early. So wherever you are in the world, just prepare, come with some good questions. We're going to have some fun. If I have some time, we'll look at the other leagues and things like that. So, just coming back with some heat, man. You know what I mean? Just being consistent, giving you that fire head taps time and time again. And remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. I will be here until maybe 2026. I think I'll probably retire in 2026 after the World Cup. Maybe I'll call it quits, man, and take a break. Maybe I'll take a break after the World. Maybe after the 2026, 27 season, God spare my life. I might be done with this YouTube thing. Yeah, I need to get my life back. But anyways, I'm gonna have to check out what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. But big up to every single body who tuned in, man. You. I ain't calling no more names, but you, man. Appreciate it, guys. Much love, much respect for you guys who are watching the replay. Thanks again. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you're new. And from your boy, Dominic Rich, peace out. Rich Squad. Hot. Tottenham. Funny. Anyways, man, peace.